One step forward, two steps backwards, yeah. Immature lover who don't use big words, yeah. I don't need commenting at all because I know what I want. Baby, can't you figure it out? What's going on in your heart? What's it gonna take for you to love, take for you to love me? What's it gonna take for you to show, take for you to show feels, yeah. I've been trying to take it slow, but my patience low. Think it's time you let me know. What's it gonna take for you to love, take for you to love me? Yeah. Summer's over, still getting nowhere, yeah. If winter blows here, baby, I fear we gon' disappear. Do you even want me? Do you even worry that I'm gonna love somebody else? Do you think about me when you're feeling lonely by yourself? What's it gonna take for you to love, take for you to love me? What's it gonna take for you to show, take for you to show feels, yeah. I've been trying to take it slow, but my patience low. Think it's time you let me know. What's it gonna take for you to love, take for you to love me? Yeah. One step forward, two steps backwards, yeah. Time's about run out to use those big words, yeah. I don't need commenting at all.
Can I get a mic check? Mic check. Okay, I see Jam says she couldn't hear me. Mic check, mic check. Let me know if my mic sound nice. All right, there we are. I see the ones in the chat. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for the mic check, mic checks. Again, it is Saturday evening and we are live. I am Tea Talk with your girl. Thank you so much for joining us this evening. Okay, now this evening we have a special guest here. As some of you should know, that this is Women's History Month. Okay, and so with that being said, I've told you all that throughout this month, I would like to highlight Black women, okay, who have maybe overcame something and now look at them looking like new money. Now, what I didn't tell y'all, I said Miss Letitia Thornton was coming, but I didn't tell y'all that this is also my sister and my friend, okay? So, she is an HR guru. She has that entrepreneurial spirit where she built her own business and she works her own company and she does it how she wants to do it. Okay. All right. So without further ado, I'm going to go ahead and bring her up. And also thank you all for being here, to the mods on this channel. Thank y'all for being here. I appreciate y'all. I couldn't do this without y'all. Hello, Miss Thornton. How are you today?
Good evening. I'm fabulous. How are you doing?
I am blessed and highly favored. Thank you so much for gracing us with your time this evening.
Of course. Anything
Yes,
for my sissy.
Yes, thank you so much. So y'all know when I be talking about my trips and when I be going on my trips and that beautiful woman who does all the hard work, this is her. This is my sissy, okay? I just be calling you my sissy, so they don't know who sissy is. So now y'all see her in the live and living color, okay? But she not only my sister, she my friend, and she's also, like I said, a Black woman who I feel has made history. So I wanted to share her and some of her knowledge with y'all. Okay, is that all right tonight? Oh, we still
Let's
looking.
do it.
All right, let's go ahead and take this thing. Oh, okay. We still look.
Sissy, you
So
look
how
so
you doing today?
pretty.
You doing okay?
I'm doing fabulous.
Good, good. Glad to hear it. Wait a minute. One of the mods is trying to tell me something. Everything all right. Let me make sure everything all right. Oh, turn the music down. Okay, they said turn the music down, Sissy. That's what they told me.
Turn the music down.
Let me figure out why my phone won't shut up. I don't even know what's on this thing. They say turn the music down. How about I just turn it off? Okay. Is that better? I turned the music off. Gotta pay attention when the moms start texting, girl. It means something going on, okay? It means something going on. Yes, Creole girl, I have lowered the music. Thank you, boss lady. Okay, thank you. Thank you so much. Okay. All right. So I told y'all that Letitia was an HR guru from the DMV area. But I don't know why my phone keep making noise when I'm trying to just get to something else. Okay. And so we're going to go ahead and get to know her a little bit and how she got to be this fabulous HR guru. Okay. Working and doing things all around in DC, in the DMV, making things happen for others. So we want to just get to know her a little bit. Okay. Now I said I was highlighting you because this was Women's History Month and you are a Black woman who I find to be a boss, okay?
Thank you. And
right.
is.
Yes, in a Black boss. So I
And
wanted to
is.
highlight those things, a Black woman being a Black boss. Did you find a lot of obstacles as you were becoming this beautiful Black boss in that field of human resources? Like being a Black woman, did you run into a lot of obstacles getting there?
So with life comes obstacles,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Mm-hmm.
And so there are always barriers to your next.
Mm-hmm.
So I'll just start with my journey of how I got started in HR.
Okay, good.
So I was working for Atlas International Limousine and Security Services.
Okay.
So two businesses, but under one umbrella.
Mm-hmm.
Owned by a Black man. His name is Linwood Alston. He's actually the current chief of police at the city of Mount Rainier. So yes, I was hired to be his marketing consultant, and then he just kind of, because I'm a people's person, right?
Yes,
I'm always caring for people. I'm always nurturing.
Yes.
Kind of threw me into this HR role. On his contract at RFK Stadium for those who are privy to the RFK Stadium when it was open.
Mm-hmm.
And so he had security officers there, and then I just became their HR. No training, no background in HR whatsoever. It was like I was on the job learning.
Right.
But HR to me really is customer centric. So as long as you focus on the customer and always what's morally right, you can never go wrong. So I got ripped from there because he lost the contract at RFK. And then I went to work as an HR assistant at DC government.
Okay.
Department of Real Estate Services. Went in there, did my thing. I got promoted in under a year. And then my career clearly skyrocketed from there. So my manager there, she left DC government and went to private sector. And she called me, look, this is where I'm at now. Do you want to come over here as my generalist? Like, I know you're in the government, but like, this is really going to open doors. And she also a Black woman. Right. So she told me a lot of things about HR. She told me a lot with the dog.
Hey, Chris.
my God, like, can I just be in my office?
I
But
already know.
she told me a lot about HR. And then as a Black woman, I just have so much respect for her, right? To always reach down, you know what I mean? And bring your sister with you. Like that's just how I roll.
Right.
And so after that, I just really took my gift everywhere. So I've done DC government, private sector, nonprofit organizations. Then I started doing contracting for federal government. Then they wanted to bring me on as a Fed. And then once I got to the level of branch chief at the Department of Homeland Security, the politics didn't align with my integrity. And so I've always, as far as HR, had my business, but I was only doing resume revamps.
Right.
But then I said, God, what do I do? Because they're asking me to do things that go against my integrity.
Right.
As far as firing someone based on personal things. And that's just not how I roll.
Right.
Or writing people up just based on personal reasons. That's just not how I roll. I'm not going to allow someone to lose their livelihood because you have a personal issue.
Right.
So I left as a branch chief, Department of Homeland Security. My family thought I was crazy. And I said, I'm just going to fully launch my business and I'm just going to do all things HR and do it my way.
Right.
And when you are operating under the spirit and God's leadership, you can't go wrong.
Can't go wrong.
You can't go wrong. And so here I am making all kinds of money, helping all kinds of people, not just in the DMV area, but globally.
Yes.
And so I just enjoy what I do.
Yeah, that's why I wanted to open you up to the world because I knew that already. And I was like, with the climate of the world today and with everything is going on, I got to introduce my sissy to some new people because they may need her as much as the other people need her that she's helping. I don't know. Everybody is not forthcoming and saying, hey, I was in those layoffs with the government or my job ain't really paying me what I need, but I don't know where to start. So I said, well, I bring the blessing to the channel and then see if, some people could use a great woman like yourself to help along.
Absolutely.
You never know. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
You never know.
So, I'm really not into Instagram, but, this new generation, they want you to be on the people's Instagram. So
they do.
So my daughter has set me up a professional page on Instagram. So it's slowly but surely growing, but my base is really Facebook, where my community, right, where I reach out and connect with others. So Monday through Friday, you can always find on my page a hiring event, or you can always find who's hiring. I don't just post government jobs. I also post private sector jobs, those who own small businesses who may be looking to hire others as well. Under my services, I do offer resume revamps. So don't call me saying, how much you going to charge me to write my resume? That's not what I do. We have an entire consultation because I'm going to get in your business. I need to know, because my services are not cheap. I need to know what your short-term goals are, what your long-term goals are, so that this resume that I'm going to tailor for you is going to withstand your job search. I offer, training to businesses. I offer life coaching, interview coaching as well. And so, right now, my biggest client is the city of New Carrollton. Love them, but baby.
Yes.
Yes. And, with this new administration, I did lose my contract with Environmental Protection Agency, but God is still good and the money is still flowing. So, listen, it is what it is. I don't miss a beat.
And that's why I said, it's important for people to know that there are resources out here because,
Absolutely.
with people losing jobs, and I didn't even know you was in one of them because you ain't complained, you ain't cried, I ain't seen no
Complain for
post.
what?
Right, that's what I'm saying.
Complain for what?
Right.
No, I'm
That's
still
exactly
gonna
what I'm
check.
saying.
Listen, we have people that are out here complaining that they now have to report to the office. Do you know how many people who hope and pray that they could have an office to report to, and you're
Yeah.
complaining about having to go into the office? I think in today's climate, we need to be a little bit more humble in the things that we do have instead of complaining
Yeah.
about the things that we don't have or the things that may be taken away.
Yeah, that's correct. I agree with you. Now, I have put her Facebook link at the top of the chat for those who want to follow, and so that you can see when she posts the jobs and different things, because she does post a lot of information. I know I was asking about that job the other day, that home job. I'm like, information, please,
Girl,
because
they called me
yeah.
and they was like, oh, this is overwhelming.
It was a lot, I'm sure. A
Yeah,
lot
this is
of us.
overwhelming. I mean, because everybody at the end of the day, everybody wants a remote opportunity.
Yeah.
People want
Hmm.
to work in the comfort of their homes. We've been
Yeah.
doing this since COVID-19 hit us in 2020, right?
Hmm.
And so people have gotten comfortable.
Yeah.
My philosophy is never get comfortable with
Mm-mm.
anything and with anyone.
Yeah.
Never get too
Hmm.
comfortable.
That's right. That's a fact.
That's a
Because
fact.
you never know what's going to happen,
That's
and
right.
people can change up on you in a minute. They can be one way one
Listen,
day, and
in a millisecond.
yeah, yeah.
In a
Just how
millisecond.
fast it can happen in a
Yeah.
millisecond. Yeah,
Yeah. So
and
we've had a lot of federal workers, who, because we were in this forced remote, they've moved out of state.
wow.
They've Yeah. And so now they're in a position where, what do I do? Because now we're supposed to be back in the office full time. You better get back to the office full time. If you're
So they
not back
moved out
to
of
the office
state
full
because
time, you're gonna be without a job.
they were working remote and thought it was
Correct.
okay, and now you need to come on back home, and you didn't probably
Correct. But now
bought or wow.
understanding or taking into consideration that they did not have an agreed telework. They did not have an approved telework agreement to be working somewhere other than the address that they provided their agency. Yeah.
Wow. Yeah, so now I guess they got to get back home or find new jobs then.
Yeah,
That's that's
absolutely.
that's the only thing they can do is either get back home or find new jobs.
Absolutely.
Now you have made a really good name for yourself here. You do a great job with people. I know for myself, you are so big on customer service. I don't know. People always
Um,
say you can't learn from the younger, right? But that's one thing that I learned from you way early on when we first met. That was like maybe 13, 14. I don't know. It was years ago. But
2013.
yeah, and you had put up a post one time and you was talking about customer service. And you was like, yeah, and if you can't da da da, and I was like, I can let people play with me a little bit. And then
Yeah.
after that,
But
I was like,
listen,
no, that's not good enough.
mm-mm,
No,
not
you got to do
flying.
better,
That's
right?
right.
Yeah.
That's right. We work hard for our money,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Yeah.
And
So
so
you
if
got to.
I'm in an establishment or trying to spend my money with a business, wherever I'm trying to spend my hard-earned
Mm-hmm.
dollars,
Right.
right?
Mm-hmm.
I demand a great customer service experience.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
Anyway, I don't care who I'm
No
spending my
matter
money
where it
with.
is, but
That's
just
right.
yeah, you can always learn from somebody. Is the point I'm
That's
trying to
right.
make. Now you haven't always been this HR guru. How did you get here? Tell us a little bit about how your journey.
I said I did give you the journey. I kind of got pushed into HR when I
Mm-hmm.
was working for the security company.
Okay, so that's all you
Yeah.
ever did was work for that security company?
No, I started there and then I went to DC government,
Because girl, I know
left
I jumped
there,
from job to job when I was young.
and went to private sector.
You did
While I
good.
was working in private sector though, I did go back to school
Mm-hmm.
and got my degree
Mm-hmm.
in business administration and human
Right.
resources management. I did do that. Yes.
Okay. Yeah,
Mhm.
I remember that. Yes.
Yep.
I remember your graduation. You were so pretty. Yeah.
Yes, thank
I was trying,
you.
I was like, man, you did something else before that.
Yes. It just be so much going
I
on.
know. I know.
It just be so
Yeah.
much going
So
on.
yeah, she went back to school and later. She was a later scholar and graduated
Yeah.
with children.
I had actually started college. I
Mm-hmm.
took a year off after high school, and I started college, and then I got pregnant. And I was so sick every day. And I was
Mm-hmm.
working for Kaiser Permanente at the time, actually in the call center, and out Fairfax. So I lived in DC and had to travel to Fairfax for work.
Mm-hmm.
And I was sick every morning. I mean, vomiting on the train. I mean, at the stop, waiting at the bus
Your
stop. And I
first
was,
kid.
yes. And I
Mm-hmm.
was
Me
just
too.
like, oh, this is just not it. And they
Mm-mm.
actually fired me. Kaiser fired me.
Mm.
And
Cause you
then
was
look,
sick.
and I didn't know any better. And I didn't know any better back then. And I didn't have any guidance, right? Back then
Mm-hmm.
to tell me that they can't fire me because I'm pregnant. That's an
Oh wow.
HR law. Yeah.
Right.
That falls under Title VII. But I didn't have anybody to tell me that.
Right.
But you know me, once I did learn, I wrote Kaiser a nice letter,
Mm-hmm.
as a former employee and how they handled me. I didn't get a
Right.
response. But you know me, I'm outspoken. So I'm gonna
Right.
tell you what you did wrong. And of
Wow.
course, at that point, it was statute of limitation, so I couldn't sue them.
Right.
But yeah, definitely. Yeah, that happened.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. That's crazy. But
Yes, that's
they take
crazy.
advantage of people who don't know. If you don't know the human
Correct.
resources laws, some
Correct.
jobs will take advantage of you. Yeah.
Absolutely.
That's why it's
Absolutely.
nice to know people like yourself, because I was dang
Absolutely.
on sure
I
pick up
do
that
take
phone.
consultations. I
I
do
was
take
dang on sure pick
consultation.
up that phone and be like, look, sis,
Absolutely.
they doing this.
Absolutely. I
They
have a
got a
client
right to
right
do this
now.
to me.
Listen,
Yeah.
I have a client right now that we are fighting. We have an EEOC case that
Mm-hmm.
I'm helping him with to sue his former employer for terminating him based on him not taking the COVID vaccine.
Oh wow.
Yeah, it's against his religion to do so. You can't force him. You can't force
No,
him to.
not that religion thing. You can't mess with
That's
that.
right.
Mm-mm.
Absolutely.
You can't
Hmm.
mess with that one right there.
That's right.
So many
Again,
people.
that falls under Title VII.
Right. But people don't know. Some people don't know.
Correct. But they know who to call.
Right.
That's
Right.
right. So always happen to your resources.
Yes. I'm glad you were able to help them, because they did take advantage of a lot of people with that dang old COVID thing.
Absolutely.
Even me made
Absolutely.
me take that thing, and I didn't know. I could have just, kind of been like my kids. And my kids
Yeah,
was like, no, that's against our religion. We're not taking
absolutely.
that.
Correct.
But when you on a job and you be like all afraid because they like, oh, we're gonna do this, we're gonna
Correct.
do that. And I didn't even think at the time, like, let me find out if I really gotta take this thing. I probably was scared too, but I didn't
Yeah.
need it because it didn't do
Yeah.
nothing but step back.
They instituted fear.
Yeah.
That's what happened. They instituted
Hmm.
fear.
Yeah.
And knowing that you had longevity, you didn't want to jeopardize your career. So they knew you would
Exactly.
do it. Mhm.
Hmm. Yep. Yep.
Yep.
That's exactly how they did it. Yeah.
Hmm.
So yeah. But I'm glad that somebody said no. And even though they may have lost in the beginning, they might have lost the battle, but they're gonna win the war. So that's
That's
what's
right.
important.
That's right.
Oh, Miss Randall said I was asked to leave too because I was sick with my first pregnancy. Actually, I was ready to go at that time. Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
it happens. It happens more often than we think, and one would think that employers would know better, but
Hmm.
as many businesses that I do help, and when I sit with their HR professionals, they have no clue. They have
Wow.
no clue. Hmm.
Wow. So they don't even know the rules themselves, but yet they sitting in
Correct.
the seats.
There you go. Unqualified.
Well, I bet they ain't DEI.
Unqualified.
They just unqualified. Hmm.
Correct.
Right.
Hmm.
Yeah, that's sad though. So do I know you love working with people, so it would be a crazy question to ask if you like what you do, because
I love what I do. I absolutely love what I do. My sister, bless her heart, before she passed from breast cancer 2 years ago, she asked me, I have a question. And I said, yes. if you could be doing anything in the world, what would you be doing for work? And I said, exactly what I'm doing.
Mm-hmm.
If I don't get paid for doing this, I will be just as satisfied.
Mm-hmm.
I will be just
That,
as satisfied.
that makes
There are clients that I do, take on, that I don't charge, right? It's always spiritual for me. When people contact me and when I give them my price, they, can't pay, or, will ask if they could break it up into increments. That's fine. I'm gonna work with you, right? Because I don't want you to ever lose an opportunity. If I could do anything to help, me, I'm always willing to
mm-hmm.
help. But God
Mm-hmm.
always lays it on my heart who I truly need to just provide the service.
Right.
And I do. And that's not, for to be broadcasted or anything like that. And for, the kids, I'm
Mm-hmm.
always trying to get our kids right and tight, right? Especially
Yeah.
starting in high school. Because that's where it started for me,
Mm-hmm.
dress for success. When I show up
Yep.
for business, I'm always in a suit. I
Always.
just got an award.
Always in the
The
suit.
bling bling award they just gave me at the city of New
Mm-hmm.
Carrollton, talking about I outdress everyone. Listen, I'm here to do a job. I'm here to show up as a professional.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not here for you to look at me in any other light
That's
other
right.
than that.
Mm-hmm.
Other than
Yep.
that. So helping our youth with how to create a resume, you know, um, the things to say, how to speak in an
Mm-hmm.
interview. Don't go in there chewing gum. Don't wear anything see through. Do not wear jeans. Those small nuances,
Small.
they really make a difference.
They really do. And the
Mhm.
loud colors and the different things, like
Yeah,
even now, like this is not lipstick that I would wear to an interview. No, tone it down some. I don't need that
listen,
much
listen,
attention, but
listen. You'll
yeah.
be surprised.
Mm-hmm.
You'll be
That
surprised. So the youth we had working last year, one of the young ladies came in with her little shorts on. I said, "No, ma'am, you're gonna have to go
uh-uh.
home. You're gonna
They
have to
come
go
back.
home, baby. This is an office.
Mm-hmm.
This is an
Yeah.
office. I'm not expecting you to wear a suit, but you cannot wear these little shorts up in here."
Right. Now, did she come
Hmm.
back correct when she
She
came
came,
back?
yeah, absolutely. She came
Mm-hmm.
back correct. I showed her a few pictures. This is how you are to come to work. I mean, before they even came to work, I said it's business casual, you know.
Right.
But I guess they figured it's summertime. And again, they don't know. They
Right.
don't
They
know any
don't.
better. No one is teaching them. So, me, I take on the full charge. If a
Mm-hmm.
child is ever under my care, I take the full charge.
Yep. Mm-hmm. Yep, and I know that for a fact, but I guarantee you that that young lady appreciated that from you.
Absolutely.
And
Hmm.
because I know I would, especially if I ain't know and you're gonna show me the way,
That's right.
and this is how I can do it better, I'm gonna appreciate it.
That's
So
right.
I'm pretty sure that she probably your friend now.
She
Okay.
is. She
Yeah.
just contacted me for a reference letter for
Mm-hmm.
college. Yep.
Yes. Yes.
Yes.
Yes.
Uh-huh.
Because people do appreciate when you correct them
Mm-hmm.
the right way. It's
Absolutely.
it's
The right
how you
way.
correct a person,
Correct.
right?
That's
Instead of
right.
being all like all snooty and
Correct.
I know you correct them with love, and that makes the
Absolutely.
difference. Yeah, that makes a difference.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Correct with
Hmm.
love. Absolutely.
Yeah, that really makes a difference. Let me see. I think I had a if I can get back into my thing. Now, were there any specific lessons or insights that you gain yourself from being in human resources?
Any specific what?
Um, let me get back to it. I done wrote it down.
Sorry.
That's okay. Lessons or insights that you gain just for yourself.
Yeah, never ride the fence. Never ride the fence. Stay neutral. Right now, um, one of my clients is an elected official,
Mm,
and we're up for election. Well, she's up for election this year in May,
mm-hmm,
as well as council. So we'll have a mayor and council election, and we have some people that sit in executive seats that
mm-hmm,
are riding the fence.
mm,
I don't ride any fences. As long
Mm,
as you stay on the path that's right and sit on the side that's morally right, you can never go wrong.
right.
No one
Right.
will ask you anything out of pocket. No one will ask you to do anything for them out of pocket to help them win.
Mm.
You won't get those types of questions if you remain neutral, professional, and on the side that's right.
Okay then. I like that answer. Yeah. Won't be riding the fence. Y'all heard that?
Listen.
Don't be riding
Don't
no
ride the
fence.
fence. That's
Mm-hmm.
like playing both sides. And
Mm-mm.
playing
Don't.
both sides is gonna get you played.
Yeah. Yeah.
Playing
Won't it?
both sides is gonna get you played.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Mm-mm-mm-mm.
Yeah.
Yeah. So how has this experience being in HR shaped your relationship outside of work with other people?
Well, I'm a vibe, right? So people just
Mm-hmm.
naturally gravitate towards me, and my light. And that's just not to toot my own horn because my girlfriend India said, "You are self-made, baby. I'm not self-made. I am God-made.
Mm-hmm.
I am God-made. Everything that I do, I go to him first before I make a
Mm.
move. I've made way too many mistakes in my life
Mm.
to not go to him first. So I don't
Mm.
waver. It just doesn't waver for me.
Right.
Everything about me is God made.
Mm. That's powerful right there.
It's true.
Everything. Yeah.
It's
I
true.
mean, it
But
has
a
to
lot
be.
of people,
Mm-hmm.
they gravitate towards me. And I've had people say, I see the God in you. That makes me feel so good because I'm operating in his light, in his image,
Mm-hmm.
right? And so people, want to hang out after work, and I can't do that. Like if I
Mm-mm.
no longer work with you, then we can hang out.
Right. Right.
But if I'm your HR director,
Mm-mm.
we can't hang out. We can't hang out.
Yeah,
It's strictly
as you
professional
shouldn't
for
be.
me.
Yeah,
Yeah.
as you
Yeah.
shouldn't be. Yeah.
Yeah.
Once you reach a certain position on your
Yeah.
job, even then, you really shouldn't be hanging out with the boy. It
Correct.
murkies the waters for me. I
Correct.
think. Yeah.
Correct. And
Mm-hmm.
that's one of the challenges that I'm having right now with one of my clients, because he went from as part of the crew to now leading the crew, and he doesn't know how to
Great.
differentiate leader from friend.
Right.
But we're gonna
Right.
get there.
Yeah, that has been hard. I've watched that, and that is hard for some of them to
Yeah.
go
Yeah, it
from we
is.
all was colleagues, but now
Exactly.
they've seen that I have potential to do something better, so they
Correct.
pulled me up a little bit. But
Mm-hmm.
now those same people you was with, they want you to either stay right there or they get
Right.
jealous because you went up. So you're gonna go through one of those emotions.
Baby,
Either they gonna
listen,
keep pulling you back in that circle, or they gonna be sticking daggers at you while you going up.
that's right. That's right. But once you set a good grounding from
Mm-hmm.
day one, I'm all about checking things the first time.
Right.
Don't keep letting things slide. Once you check
Mm-mm.
it the first time, you shouldn't have any problems.
Yep.
And if you do, then you know how to handle the problem.
Hmm. Rio girl said, I've never had a relationship with my coworkers outside of the workplace. I haven't either. Even for the ones on the same level. I don't first of all, I'm
Mhm.
older than everybody in my office. So I don't feel the need to hang out with them.
Yeah,
Now, even though you and I have a difference in age, we just got so much in common that we were just drawn to one another that
yeah,
we didn't even who cared about that. Shoot.
exactly.
Anyway, I'm like more like a young lady anyway.
I mean, because you are. Because you
Oh
are.
my goodness.
Absolutely, because you
Yeah.
are.
So,
Mhm.
but at work, that's just like, nah, I can't
Yeah,
do it with y'all.
yeah,
I just don't want anybody on my workplace to ever see me in a way that I ain't at work. You know what I mean?
yeah. I
What I
feel
do at
you.
work.
I mean, because you never know what type of troubled waters you getting yourself into. You know
Hmm.
what I mean? Listen,
Exactly.
Don't send me no friend request. We work together.
No.
Don't send me no friend request because you automatically blocked.
You know I don't give them a chance to send that request. I done already blocked their ass, girl. I done already went, oh, you knew he okay. What's your name
Yeah,
again? Oh, I go right on Facebook, block.
yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
Don't be on my
Absolutely,
page. And don't let me see
absolutely.
one of them come across it. Somebody you might know them. Oh, I do. Block.
Mhm. But you know what? People take those requests too seriously
They do.
sometimes.
They
So
do.
let me share this with you. I was trying to get on this contract, and I'm not going to say they're small business
Mm-hmm.
because they're Black women, so I'm going to protect them.
Right.
Um, but then the interview went great. I met with the CEO. Everything went well. Their HR contacted me and was ready to move forward, and so we were negotiating rates.
Mm-hmm.
The next day, she sent me a request on LinkedIn, and I'm just like, we're not in that space yet.
Mm-hmm.
So I just let it sit there. Now, if we start to do business, then yes, I will accept you. I mean, I'm just me. I just don't just add people just
Right.
because. And then so she went and found me on Facebook. And I immediately blocked her from Facebook because at that time I was still a little wild, right?
Mm-hmm.
You know me. I was
Mm-hmm.
still a little wild and posting some, things that could teeter totter.
Right.
And so very controversial also. Um, And the next day after I blocked her, the HR contacted me and said, "Oh, we're moving in a different direction. We're moving in a different direction."
She was big mad.
She was big mad. And I said, "Okay, so I see we don't know how to separate personal from business, and that's cool. So for me, a closed
That was
door
a
for me,
blessing.
that just means that's just not the door that I'm supposed to go
That
through.
was a
And that's
blessing.
cool. But what I told him to relate to her is I understand that it came from the block. And he said, huh? I said, tell her exactly what I said. She'll know what that means. And I
And
just,
that's
and I'm still kept it professional, still kept it G, and sent her and the CEO a thank you, for
wow.
even considering me.
For a
Absolutely.
block.
Listen, for a blog on Facebook.
See, you gotta be careful. They be watching everything.
Yeah, exactly. Because don't ever get my personal life twisted with my professional.
Right.
Because nothing's
Right.
gonna come in between me and my coins.
You have to. You have to separate the two. That's
Yeah,
why I block everybody because I want my
yeah.
business to be my business.
That's
You know what
right.
I mean? I don't want nobody coming back to work. Like there was two coworkers just recently stopped speaking to each other because one had an event and she was talking reckless, and one recorded her and came back and showed the administration. Now they
No
couldn't do
man.
nothing to her, but she said, "Still, I don't like them to see me in that light." Oh, well, then you
No
shouldn't have
man.
invited him. Then listen, my mama told me when you travel alone, your tails don't beat you home.
That's
Don't play
it.
around with your job.
That's it.
Don't play around with your job.
That's it.
Yeah, don't play around with your
Recording
job.
as in a video or recording as in a verbal conversation.
Oh, a video.
Oh, okay.
It was a
Yeah.
video recording, and he showed
Mm.
them, and they was talking about DICK and all
Oh
that.
my.
Yeah, and he
Oh
took it,
my.
and she was livid. Like, why would you bring that back to work?
First of all, why would you bring that back to work? Because that's
Yeah,
messy.
right.
That's messy.
Why
And
did you
and
bring that back
also
to work?
if you did not inform that young lady that you were recording her, that's actually a crime.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
That's
yeah,
actually a crime.
yeah. So they beefing now about that. I said, see, this is why I don't hang out with coworkers.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
don't hang out with them, and then I don't got
Yeah.
to worry about it.
Yeah, it's too messy. That's too
Mm-hmm.
messy.
So, do you have anything going on coming up that you'd like to share with them before we get out of here? I don't want to keep you up here longer than an hour. Up in
Yeah.
here 40
So
whole minutes.
yeah. Yeah, so a few things. The city of Glenarden is hiring.
Mm-hmm.
They are looking for an assistant city manager an executive assistant, and police officers. The city of New Carrollton is looking for police officers, an arborist, and a mechanic. March the 20th, there will be a federal career transition hiring event from 4 to 7 p.m. in Odenton, Maryland at the O'Malley Senior Center. You must register for that event at federaltransitionhiringevents.eventbrite.com. And then on March the 22nd, there's another hiring event from 9 a.m. to 12 p.m. at the Department of Juvenile Services. That is at the Cheltenham Youth Detention Center. They're hiring for an array of positions, but I'll highlight the ones that there's a great need. Resident advisory trainee, mental health counselor, food and nutrition, procurement, and registered nurses.
Okay. All right. So y'all heard that. There are jobs out there for those who need them. Now I put her Facebook at the top of the link. Okay. So you can always follow her on Facebook. She drops nuggets I feel like it's almost every day.
I try to do every day, but I try not to work on the weekends. I try not to work.
That's what it is.
Sometimes it just doesn't happen. If I have the information, I'm always sharing the information.
Right.
And I post friend facts on Fridays.
Or friend request her on that link, okay, on Facebook. If you know somebody who may be able to use this information in the climate that we are in, you heard she just lost her job with the government, I want to say, right?
My contract with EPA.
Your contract, right. So she lost her contract with this orange guy up there in office. Now, God is good. Listen, and she ain't missed the beat. So she's still moving. But if you know somebody who can pour into my sister, or you need her and she can pour back into you, then reach out or share the information. Either one is good, okay?
Absolutely.
Now, Sissy, I cannot thank you enough for just saying yes. I asked her one time. She's like, yes. I was like, I want to highlight women over here on my channel. I want to know if you'll come. And she said, yes. She ain't asked me no questions. And you going to ask me to do this or that? She just said, yes. Okay. And that's what sisters do. And that's what I'm telling y'all. When I have a friend, I take it serious, right?
That's right.
I take it serious, and I want to be there for my friend, and I want my friend to be there for me. And we was talking before we came up here because we both watch, reality shows. And so, of course, I, spoke about Shamir and Portia because that's the big divide. And I say, with me, I just can't see it because I love her. She's younger than me and she's doing it good. I mean, she got a boss husband too, who's taking care of her. They taking care of each other. But I love my sister and I want my sister to win. Shit, when she win, I win.
That's right. When one of us win, we all win.
Yeah, when she win, I win.
That's the missing piece. That they don't get that part. When one of us win, we all win.
Right.
You gain nothing from tearing your sister down. You gain
so many ladies out here saying, "Oh, she's jealous." Oh, Portia never said that, but they all saying it. It's like scary to me. Like, that's how y'all think, really? Because I love my sister.
Listen, just if you watch her body language, you'll see it.
Wow, that's sad.
It is. Shamir deserves this moment.
She does.
Shamir deserves this moment.
Did you see the I don't know if you saw the I was going to talk about it later, but I watched the video of her and the guy in her closet, Bryce, and then she went to her. She got a whole theater in the house. You probably saw the theater. No, you don't be on Instagram, you said.
No.
This lady got a whole theater up in her house, okay?
Oh, wow. Yeah, that's nice.
Where she can sing on stage. Her and Bryce was in there singing on stage. I said, well, get the hell out of here then. Listen, yeah, she got it going on.
Yeah, listen, get how you live.
I just wish everybody could be like us. The world would be a better place, girl.
It really would. It really would. It's never hate. It's always love.
Yeah.
It's always love.
Thank you, Angel. I'm trying because, that is one thing I did say to her is that, Sissy, I'm trying to move my channel in a different direction,
Absolutely.
Because I don't shy away from the fact that, it wasn't always cute for a minute. But that's not who I am. And I shouldn't come on here and allow it to make me something that I'm not, just
That's
to
right.
be able to fit in. I don't want to fit in. I want to stand
That's
out.
right. Always.
So that's where I am.
That's what makes us different.
Yes,
That's what makes us different.
Has to move in a different direction.
That's
And it
right.
might take a bruising, but
That's
it's all
right.
right. It's gonna come out joy. It's gonna come out joy.
Absolutely.
So listen, thank you so much for coming here. I
You're
appreciate you.
welcome.
You for being my friend, most of all, my sister. Okay.
I love you, sissy.
And being there for me when I need, prayer. You never flinched when I've called and said, hey, I'm in a jam. I need prayer. You've never looked at me crazy because of some bad choices I may have made.
That's right.
You've always
we all made bad choices
for who I am. And I thank you for that. I thank
I
you
love
for
you,
being
sissy.
me. All righty. Well, I will be calling you. I'm going to go ahead and drop you down so you can go see your husband. I know he was in the background with the dog. Tell Chris I said thank you for this hour. I appreciate it.
We about to go back out in the streets.
See, I knew it was something he wanted. Well, tell him thank you for bringing you home to share this 45 minutes with me, because I do appreciate you. I know you're a stickler for being on time and doing what you said you was going to do.
That's right.
I know y'all done came back.
The woman of my word.
For me. And I appreciate both of y'all. And I love y'all. Have a good time out. If y'all take a drink tonight, take one for me. Okay.
I will.
Okay. I love you.
Love you. Bye.
All right, guys. So that was my good friend and sister. She said bye to Tootsie Roll. Hey, move with Lady D. Lady V. Thank you for being here. Oh, thank you, Audrey C. Thank y'all for being here. Listen, y'all, thank y'all for coming out and sharing this time with me. I cannot thank you enough. As I said, that is Letitia. She is the HR guru. Make sure you have sent her a friend request. Share her with somebody else, because somebody else may need the information that she has. Maybe it's not you. Maybe it's your cousin. Maybe it's your neighbor. I don't know who it is, but it could be somebody. So each one share with one and let the people know that she's there, she's available, and she's willing to help. Okay. So again, thank y'all for coming. I appreciate all of y'all. I may be back tonight. I may not. We will see. Thank you for coming out.
Two steps backwards, yeah. Time's out, run out to use those big words, yeah. I don't need convincing at all, because I know what I want. Baby, dig deep, it's time to make a move on my heart. What's it gonna take for you to love, take for you to love?